So now we're on the converse section of our Maxim for this week. Oh, that's really bad. Sorry, trying to get the lighting right. So in the converse, we're going to show the flip side of our saying. In other words, we're going to be showcasing an agent who does not follow the wisdom of the saying, and we're going to be showing a situation of what will happen as a result of that folly. So remember, the recognition is you are recognizing the truth of this saying, and so you're going to have the same recognition that you had for your cause paragraph. The reversal is what is the result of our agent who is not going to be following the wisdom of this. So what will happen? What will he not be able to do? The suffering, what is the suffering that comes as a result of this leader not following the wisdom of this proverb? Perhaps he'll get drunk. Perhaps there'll be some sort of crisis and he won't be able to make a wise decision. Perhaps the country will not have a leader that's fit to lead. The agent, who's your agent in this one? It should be an agent that's similar to who you had in your cause paragraph, but different than who you had. The action, what is your agent doing in this story? The time, it's probably going to be a very similar situation to what you had in your cause paragraph, so it's probably still going to be at night. The place, same place. Whatever you had in your last one, make it the same place. Manner, now this is different because how is your agent making decisions in this story? So in what way is he doing things? And so because we're showing the negative side of not following this wisdom, your agent is going to be drinking alcohol at a party, and so, or wherever you put it. So perhaps the manner would be he's doing things drunkenly, or think of other words to describe in what way he acts. And then the cause, why would your leader be making the decision to drink alcohol? What are his motivations for it? Maybe he doesn't think that alcohol affects him very much. Maybe he thinks that he can still run his country or his organization without having a clear head. So just right there, what his motivation is for deciding to drink alcohol at a party. So for your rough draft, you want to start out with a transitional word. And so a lot of times we've been starting it out with but. So, but imagine that there's another man who is a prime minister of a country. Or you could also start it out with something like in contrast, or conversely. So we're trying to show that there's been a transition from one thing to another. You might even make it at the same party, and perhaps there's somebody else there, whoever he is. Maybe he's a president of a different country. Maybe he's a king of a different country. Maybe he's a prime minister. Maybe he's a secretary of state, something along those lines. And maybe instead of declining the alcoholic drinks like the other guy was, he decides that he's going to drink everything that comes by. And so what are his motivations for doing this? Well, perhaps he feels like he needs to blow off some steam. Maybe he feels like his job is really stressful and he just needs a few drinks to relax. Now I want a similar situation popping up. Perhaps his assistant comes to him and tells him that there is some sort of crisis. What is going to happen with this person who's been drinking? Perhaps when he tries to get up to go deal with it, he stumbles and falls over because he's so drunk. We want to show that there's going to be a negative result of him choosing to disregard the wisdom of this proverb.